Hi, this is Brett from Six Figure Side Income. Today I'm doing a deep dive on the finances of a hot sauce company earning more than $100,000 in sales called KPOP Foods. In this video, I evaluate how the company generates revenue, how they find customers, and the list of business tools KPOP uses to operate. Thinking about a salsa or hot sauce startup? Let's find out how this business works and if it's right for you. So KPOP got their start by taking a 70-year-old recipe made by their co-founder's grandmother to create a unique chili hot sauce. Their goal was to bring a Korean-influenced hot sauce to fill a gap in the $1.5 billion hot sauce market in the United States. Now, instead of investing tens of thousands of dollars to complete a production run for their hot sauce, they took their idea to KickStarter to see if there was any interest in the product. KPOP made pre-orders of their hot sauce through KickStarter. The goal was to get at least $10,000 in hot sauce pre-orders made. If they were able to hit the goal, KPOP would move forward with manufacturing the hot sauce. If the Kickstarter failed though, it would be back to the drawing board and could signal that there wasn't enough market demand for a Korean-inspired hot sauce. By the way, I think this approach is brilliant for a food business. Think about it. You could spend months of time and tens of thousands of dollars manufacturing hot sauce at a commercial kitchen, then pitching the sauce to independent grocers and trying to sell it at farmers markets before understanding if anyone even actually wants to buy the stuff from you. I like the approach of using Kickstarter to launch a food product. Since you don't need to take on that much financial risk, it doesn't cost much to get some decent food photos and videos created these days. And the thing is, worst case scenario, if you don't get funding through the campaign, you'll waste a few weeks of time and a few $100 on photos, but you can pick yourself back up and try a different approach with your hard-earned experience. Now, on the other hand, I know more than one entrepreneur who cleared out their savings accounts, their retirement accounts to fund food businesses without even knowing if there are any customers for the product. Sometimes this works out, other times it doesn't. Fortunately for KPOP though, the Kickstarter campaign did work out and they generated $37,627 in hot sauce sales from more than 1,200 backers. Needless to say, it was time to start bottling some hot sauce. Now, after getting proof consumers actually wanted a Korean hot sauce, KPOP moved into three main sales channels. The first was Amazon.com. Second, website sales through kpopfoods.com. Third, they've also worked their way into 90 specialty stores on the West Coast. Now, from a revenue perspective, about half the sales comes from Amazon and the other half comes through the website. The placement in specialty stores isn't driving that much revenue for their mix right now. Things really started to pick up for KPOP sales when they joined Amazon's Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA program for short. Amazon's FBA program allows you to mail in a bunch of products to Amazon.com's warehouses. Then, if there's an order for the product, Amazon actually ships out the hot sauce, in this example, on your behalf. This is an appealing program for small entrepreneurs since you don't need to head to the post office every single time someone orders a bottle of hot sauce. Now, KPOP credits getting a lot of early 5-star reviews on Amazon.com from Kickstarter supporters that helped their brand get noticed on the platform. They quickly became one of the best-selling chili sauces on Amazon.com. In fact, I just placed an order for a 3-pack of KPOP sauces, including the kimchi mayo yesterday. I can't wait to put that all over a burger. So here are the details on the marketing tactics that have worked for KPOP to sell more hot sauce so far. They focused on retargeting. KPOP was able to get about 100 to 200 visitors through PR efforts. Then they retargeted those visitors using Facebook advertising and sent the visitors to their Amazon store. According to co-founders, KPOP said many other food entrepreneurs are using this exact same strategy to drive sales online. Reaching out to YouTube influencers is another one. KPOP started sending free bottles of their hot sauce to all sorts of different cooking channels and YouTubers. One of the YouTubers who decided to respond to this was Greg Mervich of Ballistic Barbecue, who has more than 300,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. This was another low-cost way to get their hot sauce out in front of new people. Now, here's a breakdown of the profitability behind KPOP sauces. For e-commerce, KPOP targets a gross margin just north of 33%. And of course, the higher the better. This gross margin is necessary if they want to expand further into distribution, into physical stores. Wider distribution, after all, costs costs money. KPOP includes the cost of shipping expenses into their cost breakdown since they offer free shipping with all their products. Shipping is quite costly, especially if you have a heavy or bulky product. And if you plan to sell hot sauce through an online store, make sure to take into account the cost of packaging, boxes, and of course, shipping. You might find that your cost to pack the hot sauce ends up being more than the actual ingredients to make the sauce, and that's pretty typical. Here are the exact tools KPOP uses to run their business. Shopify for their e-commerce platform. This is pretty standard amongst food entrepreneurs. They use the Shogun app for Shopify for their website's layout and design. Sumo is another Shopify app used to collect email addresses through pop-ups on their websites. Collecting email addresses is important because you can sell hot sauce or offer coupons to anyone who ends up subscribing. They also use a free service called Google Analytics to discover how visitors interact with their website. Finally, if you want to make your hot sauce business official with an LLC, I've included the place where I got my business entity created for $49 plus state fees. I've included links to all the tools mentioned in the video in the description. So what are my candid thoughts on the hot sauce business model? There's a lot to like about hot sauce. This is a massive $1.5 billion market in the United States alone, with even more growth on the horizon. As KPOP mentioned too, if you sell the sauce that's bottled, you'll be able to ship it to customers across the country, and it opens up an entire world of e-commerce opportunities to you. There aren't many other food items that you can affordably ship across the country that aren't gonna spoil and aren't gonna cost you a fortune to ship it. But even though this does represent a huge opportunity, you've got to find a way to stand out in this competitive market with literally thousands of hot sauce options out there. One way KPOP has been able to accomplish this was by creating a unique Korean style hot sauce and bringing it to the US market. This is a flavor I've never tried before, but I look forward to testing it out when the shipment arrives at my house later this week. Like most food businesses, you want to find something that makes your hot sauce stand out from everyone else in the grocery store shelves or the Amazon shop. After you find a unique angle and brand for your hot sauce, test out the different recipes you come up with, get feedback from friends, family, and ideally strangers who don't mind telling you like it is until you get the recipe right. Let me know what type of hot sauce you're planning to start in the comments section below, and please like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed it. In each one of my videos, I break down the revenue numbers and marketing strategy of a different business so you know if it's a worthwhile venture to pursue. So long.